Hello and welcome to another episode of Stem to Stern. I'm Tom with Harborside Marine and Yacht Sales, and today we are not in the safety of our home marina. We're actually out in the wilds at the 2020 Hartford Boat Show at Mohegan Sun. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Chris Craft 30 Calypso 2020. So come on aboard and I'll show you around. So the Calypsos are built on the same hull as the Catalina models, which means it's a much more aggressively flared, stable, powerful hull than traditional Chris Craft hulls. What this means is that you can go out in almost anything and be reasonably comfortable. So like I said, it's the same hull as the Catalina. The difference with the Calypso is that it's a dual console boat, as you can see, versus a center console. A few upgrades they've made for this year. These seats here, well, they've always folded away like that. Now you can see not only does this cap rail flip down, but you can also flip it up like that, and it gives you a little bit higher back bolster. Same thing on this side, and then this back seat, I'm not going to do it right now because the flag's in the way, but this whole piece flips up and the seat can be scrolled away, so if you want to carry a lot of gear on board, you can put all the seats away and load it right up. Or if you're going out for a cocktail cruise, you can put all the seats out and fit tons of people. Speaking of cocktail cruises, in here you have a nice 12-volt refrigerator, and you have a live well and a cutting board and a little sink for washing up. Right here as well, you have a side door, so when you're at the dock, you can flip it open, and it makes getting on and off the boat a lot easier. Under here is also an integrated swim ladder, so if people are going swimming off the boat, they can board and jump off from the side door away from the prop, so it's nice and safe. Custom touch we did for this boat. If you've seen any of these other Calypsos, you'll notice that most of the time it's polished stainless steel. We chose to do this one in cream powder coat to match the rest of the top and the deck. I think it looks really, really sharp. Also cuts down a little bit on glare. Back here, you have a power sure shade, and what this does is at the press of a button, extends all the way out to about here, and it gives the whole back of the boat a lot of shade so you're nice and comfortable and not roasting. If you want to move on up, you have little storage cubbies, port and starboard. You have his and hers captain seats at the helm here. As always with Chris Craft, you have the lovely varnished mahogany steering wheel with the weighted center cap so that the Chris Craft always lands appropriately right ways up. You have a nice big integrated flushed in Garmin chart plotter. You have your Fusion stereo system and your Mercury command screen. Like I said with Mercury, this boat has twin 350 Mercs. My favorite part about Mercury's, especially multiple engine Mercury's, is the ability of having the joystick. The Mercury joystick is really, in my mind, the best in the industry because it's fairly intuitive and it ties in the extra ability of having the autopilot all in one little pod. Very easy to control, very easy to understand. Underneath here, you have a nice teak footboard, and you have your master switches and keys in there. You have a little glove box over here. As you're looking around, you can probably see that it has all of the teak. This is a full heritage boat, which in Chris Craft speak means it has all of the teak. It has teak tow rails, teak forward deck, teak cockpit sole, teak swim platform, and there's few things in this world finer than the feeling of a teak deck on bare feet. It really is fantastic. So moving up forward, you have a big forward U-shaped settee, and very comfortable. There's also a filler cushion that goes in here to turn it into a giant sun lounging pit, so to speak. You have integrated armrests. You have cup holders all around, speakers. And then if you come all the way up here, follow me, you can see that this boat does in fact have a real head on board. So you can see you have Corian countertops, a porcelain toilet, an Electro-Tecma toilet, and you know, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it works in a pinch. Close that back down. So, another thing I wanted to talk about while we're up here, you'll notice that it has the traditional Chris Craft burgee. That's something you don't see on hardly any production boats. You see it on stuff like Hinckley's and that kind of stuff. But that lets everybody know who you are, what you are, and it's just a real heritage point of pride kind of deal. Also up there, if you look on up, you can see they could have just put regular nav lights up here, but instead they have a solid cast stainless steel and then polished nav light bezel, and it looks really sharp, and it's just one of the pieces of jewelry on these boats. Let's see. Well, I think that's about it for this boat. We'll be here at the Hartford Boat Show all weekend, and if you guys want to come check out a boat, contact us, like our page, subscribe, and until next time, I'm Tom with Harborside, and I'll see you guys out on the water.